It all started the other day when I went to the store to buy lentils. And they were not only out of lentils, they were out of rice and beans and a lot of other things that I consider staples. So I went online. I wanted lentils. I had the rice and I had the beans, but I was out of lentils. And I found this brand on Amazon. If I bought the little bags, I would have paid way too much for it. I paid more than I normally do for lentils for this, but that included the shipping. Anyway, I got a 25-pound bag. It's like, wow, what do you do with 25 pounds of lentils? We eat lots of lentils. There's many recipes, and I substitute lentils for ground beef. And it's cheaper and it's better for you. Anyway, what I do with the lentils is I dry can them. This way I can take 25 pounds, set them aside, and pull them out like this, one little jar at a time, and use them and not worry about bugs getting in them, getting them damp with the humidity of the summer. Normally, you would put a little jar like this and put an oxygen eater in it to take care of any air that's in the jar, sort of like you do with regular canning. But some time ago, I purchased a dry canning setup, and it came with some assorted, well, it came with some assorted tubing and some little nipples that are designed to go on your meal saver. You know, the one that vacuums and puts a seal for freezing or whatever. Anyway, I didn't need that part. All I really wanted was this. And I checked, and I think currently these sell for $25 for both of these, plus the other parts that come with it. I don't think I paid that much for it, though. But I don't remember real well. Anyway, and I also need something to draw a vacuum. Now, I have a Sealamille, and it does draw a vacuum, but it's really tricky to get this to work with the Sealamille. So I purchased a brake bleeder from my local auto store. It needs to go up to 25 pounds. I don't think I paid much more than maybe $20, $25 for this. It is not an expensive one. What I do is I use clean jars. They only need to be cleaned. They don't need to be sterile. The lentils are not sterile. They come in a bag. They are cleaned, but not with water. They're not sterilized. These are guaranteed non-GMO, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, I also use recycled lids. These are going to go in dry storage, not wet storage. So I don't have to worry about the vacuum breaking so much. If the vacuum breaks on one of these, the worst that'll happen is it might not taste as good 10 years from now. But these will be gone by a year or so in my house. Anyway, I also recycle the lids. This probably came off of jam or something. It doesn't have to be the same kind of a seal that you would do if you were canning green beans or making jellies and canning them, because it's not wet. And I also found out that that little imprint around there makes this thing actually fit better. Anyway, let me show you how it's done. It has a little ring inside, which is removable, and you do need to clean these every once in a while because any dust in the air that's being pulled from the jar will get in here. Just basically set it down firmly, make sure it connects. Now, this is one of the nipples from the brake bleeder and not the one that came with this set. Set it in there, make sure it's down well. Get your little, and this is hand operated. We want to go up to 25 pounds. Now, I can do 4 or 5 of these at once. Then my hands get tired. Obviously, getting it up to 10 or 15 is easy. Getting it to 25 takes a little more. And there we go. Now, you can bleed it with the little knob down here, or you can just pop it out. Very firmly done. I buy these little labels at the dollar store and cut them in half. And using a pencil, I mark contents, which are obvious, and the date I put them up. Now, these are going into a box in my pantry. I don't want the lentils in this clear jar to be exposed to sunlight. It will degrade them. And hopefully by the next year sometime, when I open these, they will be very good. I had to pay more than I wanted to for those lentils. And I looked online, and I think the price is actually going up. I probably should have bought 2 bags, but I didn't. I just bought the one. We have a recipe that everybody seems to like, and I use these little lentils instead of ground beef. Even for what I paid for it, which was about $2 a pound. This little jar will probably replace maybe 3 pounds of ground beef. And I got 30 little jars. That comes out to be about $1.70 a jar, replacing 3 pounds of ground beef. That is a steal. Anyway, I hope you like my video. As my channel description says, this is about sustainable rural living, and we are rural. I would have to travel an hour, hour and a half each way to find a store that would sell me this. Nobody locally in my county sells this kind of lentils. I actually live in a county that has no Walmart and no McDonald's, if you can believe that. Anyway, thank you for watching.